You know,
So
and
there
that
is
is
no line
document
number to
required.
refer to.
And notice another thing that Kim did that was good. So we're not telling, you know, she went through the affidavit, she went through the inconsistent statements, she got the statements out, and then she left. She ran. You know, that's good. That's what we want you to do. We don't want you. A lot of times lawyers get in court and they ask this question, the $64,000. Now, were you telling? So, Officer Foster, were you telling the truth then, or are you telling the truth now? And that's his cue to go and explain everything away. When you get in a competition, that's when the officer is going to just start making stuff up. You can't do that under the rule. All right, I'll redirect. I don't know about saying the prosecutor had no effect considering what he did, but we'll talk about it later. That's all I have.
I just have a couple of things as well. Walter, you have a real credible intellectual expert-like persona. I think there's some ways we can capitalize on it a little more. I know it's your first time on the witness stand, but the spotlight tended to be on Brady a lot of the time just because he was emphasizing your answers a little bit more. There's probably a way we can beef that up. One way to kind of maybe make you sound a lot more proud of your qualifications and your education and stuff. It'll make you sound more credible and more enthusiastic about your work. We can talk about other stuff too. Let me see. I guess for Kim and for anyone else, I know this is the first time at this, but I really am not a fan of objecting when you know it's an admission by a party opponent because you never have anything you can say in response to that unless there's some different circumstance other than I stand by my objection. And just for everyone who's an attorney, never ever say that in a competition because that just means, Judge, I have nothing else to say, please rule against me so I can sit down. So,
But that being said, it's better than sitting there going,
yeah. Well, we will be prepared at that point to where we do not have to say that. So, like I said, I'm not a big fan on objecting when you know it's like, that's, do you contest it's an admission by a party opponent? No. Then you just gotta sit down. That's it.
I wrote in my notes. I stand by my objection is code for crap. He's right, but it's a correct way to say that. Okay.
And I think I had one other thing. I guess yeah, with the impeachment, I thought it was okay. I mean, I would maybe find a way to make it sting a little more. I would have actually ended for the impeachment because it was like it was close to the end anyway, and the other questions just kind of reinforced it a bit. And one more thing, Kim. When you were saying something to the effect of like, well, Mr. Foster, because you did such a thorough investigation, it kind of made it sound like you were being a jerk to him. Because he's an expert, show a little bit more deference. Like, well, because you did a thorough investigation, take a little less emphasis off thorough and a little more emphasis on the next you were saying. That's it. That's all I got.
Coach.
all right, it is 3:40. Let's take a 10-minute break before the next case of beef. Blue team, take a 10-minute break and then meet wherever your captain tells you to meet.
White team.
White team.
Yeah, take 10-minute break and then meet.
I'm not prejudiced like Brian.
What the heck?
Huh?
Why don't you tell us?
I'm not prejudiced like Brian.